Every dawn morning, we make an effort to go and meet Hayot Kal, which is the first light of the day. This first light of the day centralizes us, synchronizes us to the universe. So when that connection is established, there is conception. And then the seeds are born, and then there is fruit. With the shovel in hand, the Healthy Food and Finance funding opportunity came across our emails. We were able to purchase a tractor. Young farmers can utilize this equipment, have access to it through our Farmer in Residence program. We felt like it was great to see that return of impact rather than looking at a conventional return of investment.
It kind of originated out of our own need. We had our firstborn at the peak of the pandemic and experienced a lot of food insecurity. Things were off the shelf for a long time. That's what motivated us to diversify our crops and dehydrate and have baby cereals that we could feed him throughout the rest of the year. It spiraled into a business because we wanted to feed more children in our community those foods. Most of our sales now go through the New Mexico Grown Approved Supplier Program. They provide the grant funding that has allowed us to get some of the essential equipment to start and scale to the degree that we're at, but also the infrastructure to allow us to sell through these other institutional mechanisms.
So I'm Gunjan Cole, and I'm the founder and director of Seed and Bloom. So we call ourselves a horticulture and culinary arts program. We want our students who are so close to the door, so close to re-entering our communities, to return to a sense of themselves. You're not going to hear the word prisoner or inmate come out of my mouth or anyone on our team's mouth ever. What we're trying to do is soften the way someone sees themselves. We received a generous award of $25,000 to buy all of the tools for our farm. We had the money to buy farmhouse plastic and to totally transform the bones of these greenhouses. Slowly, it's allowed us to build something real.
My name is Josh Hernandez from Las Cruces. I actually just did 15 years. I went in at 16 years old, came out at 31. I got to experience actually planting something for the first time in my life. I realized how good it will make you feel. And you actually see the circle of life. And every week we're going out there and you're watching life being produced. I learned how to be compassionate a lot more.
I'm so pleased to know that Josh said compassion is a takeaway from the program. We've done our job. I approached David. I said, David, I'm interested in starting this project at the prison. Would you take our food?
The challenge is that our average food mile for any food coming into New Mexico is 1,400 miles. This is less than 14. We built a 16-foot refrigerated trailer to basically get the local food from the farmers here at the Santa Fe Farmers Market out into low-income and low-food access communities.
Produce is reaching communities all around Santa Fe through the Mobile Markets program.
By having Healthy Food Finance Fund grant funding this year is really helping us to be able to expand our aggregation opportunity, thus being able to expand our ability to get more food out into communities who don't have the bounty available here in the Santa Fe region. The locations where we really had been highlighting is HUD and senior housing. We've been popping up at schools.
David is really helping us create this trust between community and the carceral space.
Here in New Mexico, we have about 4 slaughter facilities. We're the 5th. We were awarded $50,000. That allowed us to buy our USDA splitting saw. It allowed us to also buy our lift. That allowed us to actually have USDA that come out for a walkthrough inspection, and we passed. We want to get into the schools so that kids know what real meat tastes like And so what happens there is it opens an expansion program for our ranchers here. They'll have a market for their cattle. We want them to have the same opportunities as a business, where they can take what they're already creating, what they already have, what their grandparents gave them, and the next generation can build it even better. They can stair step it. So they can start box subscriptions. They can start selling it at the farmers market. They can have their own branding.
Ranchers and farmers, they feed America. We raise our herd and then we send them to a sale barn somewhere, and then that's kind of the end of the line for us. Now it feels like we're doing something for our community and give them a product that is healthy, that they can feed their family with, that's local.
It was during COVID in 2020. I called all over the place, called every processing plant I could think of, West Texas, Eastern New Mexico, and they pretty much laughed at me and said that you're looking at 8 to 12 months out. Got a hold of A&M and talked to Michelle, and she said, we're not afraid to try it if you're willing to give us a chance.
When I grew up, I grew up poor. Like I grew up in public housing. We didn't have money. I mean, we didn't really get to eat. In the schools during summertime, so it was the coolest thing. That's kind of why I want to get in the schools. In the summertime, they did the food for the kids at lunches and breakfast. And so me and my brother and my sister, we would walk down to the school and we would get food in the summertime so we could eat. I mean, because there are some days that we didn't get to eat, at home. And that's why I put that wall, man. Like I'm super excited about that wall. Like I told my wife, we have to put the pictures because I don't want people to forget where you come from. Just because you started a business or you do anything, I don't ever want people to forget how you got to that point. Like, don't ever forget it,
We're just glad we get the support from the state and our local community to be able to continue these efforts, knowing that it's heading in a direction of, wealth for not only our children to inherit, but, our community's children to also be a part of.
I felt like this was my calling. People need good food. And so it was more like, I'd rather do this than do that. Like, I feel like people getting good meat is important.
What our children inherit, the values and lessons and teachings of how to love their own children. These stories and these prayers of the land. And when they sit down at the end of the day to be nourished by these lessons, they'll be able to understand and feel and taste that love.